Okay, good evening. This is a Red Press from la Contraperta newspaper. We're here in San Jose downtown. Today is Saturday. Yeah, it's around 6:38. It's November 13, 2021. As you see, in the latest news. And the wrapping of the economy, but also, people is coming back, on the streets, after, 20 months from the first closing of the domestic economy, and March 3rd, declared by the Governor Gov.Newsom from the first emergency closing. Yeah. Is Governor last week, during the week, declared, the extension of the emergency, COVID-19 emergency, health until March 31st, 2022. Yeah. And, it's, as you see, the reopening of the economy is coming up. See that San Jose City Hall has already more activities waiting over there as it used to be. Yeah. So this is Sonic runway. Gates or arc. It's a 25 range over there. From this, the first one to the last one. You see, Starbucks is working. Yeah, and the other side is grocery outlet store. Yeah. To see the economy keeps going, and but we had to prepare, for the pandemic, for the fourth wave. For this winter, and the President Biden is making all the preparations. Right now, it's on. The third booster shot right now. The United States overpassed more than 20 million people, 22 million people already with a third booster shot. And as myself, I got the Moderna booster shot too. Yeah, the last Friday. So, but it still is in some states, or they're still turning down, or still resist to the face mask mandatory, wearing, because they don't, it's non-consideration about to the face mask covering, But here in California, it's still on. Yeah, it was done on May 4th, here in California, in Santa Clara County. In that time, the senior vice president of Santa Clara County, for the supervisor, was Cindy Chavez, in May 4th, 2020, where every single person has to wear face mask in order to ride the bus. Any bus, from BTS bus or light rail train in Santa Clara County, but it was already on in all the Bay Area, in all California. Governor Gov.Newsom ordered directly that it's mandatory to use it in all stores, and also most of the time for grocery stores, because they're spending on groceries for the families, but also for the closing the old buildings in the evening, bars, restaurants. Restaurant was only carry out. So it's already 20 months, and the Governor Newsom, as I said a few minutes ago, he is extending the state of emergency until March 31st, 2022. Yeah. And here, the last Thursday was Veterans Day Parade here in San Jose. my personal greetings for every single veteran, as I did, and also for my my son Charlie. Yeah, it's a veteran, U.S. Army veteran. Yeah, too. Yeah, many years. Yeah, and for the other ones, what I know. Yeah, friends of mine from the past, and their children. Yeah, San Jose keeps going, and as you see, the Twin Towers looks more occupied. See, yeah, people start living over there. Starbucks working the other side. The corners are making a life this side, this side, you know, and yeah. As you see, the gas price also, you know, is one of the main issues right here in California. It's $4.65 the average. It went up really fast. Yeah, and here, and the topest price, the gas gallon is here. You can saw that in that corner between Santa Clara Street and Forest Street is a Chevron gas station, $5 in 1960. I've been researching the gas prices in most of the other cities. In San Francisco, was in Redwood City. San Francisco is around $4.99, $4.89, few ones, but they don't get more. They don't get to $5. Yeah, and talking about Hollister, on Tuesday and on Friday, minimal was $4 and $4.49, $4.39. Around this Moran Hill is the same thing. Yeah, and it's around $4.49, and then yeah, it's San Martin. Yeah, San Martin is in the same situation. The Moran Hill Road is the gasoline is not it's not too high. You know, San Jose has one of the highest price right here in the market, you know, but that Chevron. Look at the other Chevron. Yeah, the other Chevron, you know, is looking in the other side of Oakland Road. Chevron is $4.89. It's 2 cents down than the first one over there. Yeah, and Chevron gas station here in downtown. If you go the other side, you know, by the San Carlos, it's the same price. It's 2 cents. Yeah, and then, yeah, San Jose downtown looks more alive than ever, huh? Right now. But it's like I said, now it's in the United States keep getting through. And the last three quarters was a 2%, but it's a normal. Why? Because after, you know, the pandemic in the first and the second quarter was 6.6, it was 6.8, and I went down 2%. But it's the first estimate. Probably is going up, but also, you know, the unemployment rate is 4.6 on October. Yeah, it's the balance right now is because of inflation. But you know, I've been looking in San Francisco. San Francisco has it's more expensive than San Jose, you know. But gas, you know, the gas is not as expensive as San Jose. It's a contradiction, you know, between two different cities, you know. Yeah, it's you know, as long as we have more jobs, you know, the people is gonna go back, you know, but the restaurants, entertainments, you know, even theaters, yeah, it's step by step. But by the next year, yeah, most of the corporations, you know, as Apple, is going to be full employment by January and February. Yeah, the activity also comes from the airport, you know, is the travelers, you know, is one of the main restrictions. You know, they have to have, you know, the full vaccination. If they have a booster, even better. Yeah, but it stands for the different COVID-19 vaccines. You know, it's going to be a little trouble, and therefore the song, especially for the Sputnik. Yeah, it's not in the list. Yeah, even Sinopharm, the Chinese Sinopharm, is still in the list, but we don't know for sure if it's going to change or not. what is going to be for the next year. Yeah, inflation is, as you know, is 5.4. But still, yeah, you got to balance, the economy of the United States, especially here in the Bay Area. The gas is a main issue because the oil went up until $86. The barrel went down until last Friday, is $78. But the prices keep steady, so it doesn't go down. This is a negative inflation, artificial inflation, which is making gets to people keep up. Also highest prices. Like I see in San Francisco and some of the other part of the Bay Area, which are increasing the grocery prices. Elimination of those less expensive stores. One of these I was in Hollister, and the $1 store is no longer a $1 store. It's a few, not much items like before, because they're becoming a regular stores. This is the consequences about this pandemic. Why? Because it's the 20th economic crisis, but it's a worldwide economic crisis. The United States has 19 economic crises previously. The last one was 2008, but it was 13 years ago right now, and the 20th is for the pandemic. It's a very complex economic crisis because it comes from the COVID-19 pandemic. It comes from overseas. The United States has 193 million people fully vaccinated, and we are in 58.3%. And more than 20